All right, let's go.
Man, don't sound too excited, okay? Just calm down. Temper yourself.
Yeah.
We got that energy for the show.
We got some of that excitement because the little red light is on and the arcade is officially open. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ESRCade. I am Emmanuel. With us, we've got Sean and we got Chemix. What's going on, guys? Yeah, you were too loud, so it didn't register.
It was too much. It was too much awesome to register. Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Stop encouraging him.
Like an angel.
Yeah. See.
Stop.
You're like, I told you, man.
How dare you come on my show and be nice to the host?
Every guest loves my echo. Loves the cathedral echo. You and Randy are the only ones that give me ish about it. So don't even.
How much time have you spent with yourself with that effect, just doing the Halo theme? Be honest.
Only once.
Lies.
Only once, and I think it showed up on a show. I think. I'm not sure.
All right, Chemix, welcome to the show. Welcome to the ESRCade. Thanks for coming on.
Of course.
Much appreciated.
Oh, yeah.
Way to rock the A's colors. I see them.
Yeah, for sure. My A's cap no longer fits on me. Otherwise, we would have been twinsies.
Nice. Sorry,
Wait, is that the Legend of Zelda Z?
Yeah, it's the Legend of Zelda Z. How are you nuts? Come on, man.
Specifically, the Breath of the Wild one. You see the little flowers.
Yep.
Because I fancy like that.
Yeah. And
don't make me get my Legend of Zelda mask.
I'm imagining one of those like rubber horse mask type things, but it's like Link's polygonal face, and it's just horrifying.
Yeah.
It's just like a 1-to-1 recreation of the model from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. I am waiting for that Breath of the Wild beat 'em up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
That's the prequel to it, right?
The Hyrule Warriors prequel.
Yeah.
Or the Breath of the Wild prequel.
It makes me happy because I took so long to pull the trigger on Hyrule Warriors twice because they literally released it on 2 different systems. I was like, I'll get it eventually. And then they announced that Breath of the Wild one. I was like, well, now I have an excuse to keep waiting.
Now I'm going to get it.
Yes, now I'm going to get it.
It is now a definite.
Yes.
That was a definite, yeah. I even showed it to my wife, and she was like, oh, you have to play this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chemix has a situation where his wife actually likes to watch the storylines of the gameplay.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm lucky that way.
That is.
What have you hooked in her? What have you hooked her into? Like as far as gaming, like, does she get excited when they announce a new Zelda game because she's following that now because of you?
For Zelda stuff, yeah. For like things that she's like kind of familiar with the characters in the world, so specifically Zelda, because that was kind of the first one that she ever watched me like really start to play through and like started asking questions about the characters in the world. And she's seen me play through a handful now, so she gets legit excited when I show her like new Zelda announcement type stuff.
Nice.
She's seen me watch Metal Gear stuff. Like we literally still make she literally still makes jokes about that. Like I'll walk into the kitchen. She's like, "Hey boss, can you train with me, boss?" And fucking like cracks me up because she used to hear the NPCs constantly talking when I would play Metal Gear 5 all the time. And then because of this year, everything going on, we've been staying indoors. I actually finally got her to take that next step, and she actually started playing games, which is pretty cool. So I I made it easy I got her a copy of Animal Crossing, the new Animal Crossing, because I knew that she would love that. I mean, yeah, cute characters, fairly simple controls.
It never ends.
It never ends. And it's very low stakes.
Yeah.
And then the crux of the gameplay is interior decorating, which she fucking loves. So like literally like the game was created for her. And she's like, I don't know about this. And I like started showing her videos. She's like, okay, I'll try it. And then it took maybe half a day, and it was like every day it was constant check-in. And like her island is like, it's immaculate. It's like, it looks like a fucking resort. Whereas I share an island with my son, and every time I log in, it's like a mystery where I have to figure out where all this fire and garbage came from.
She's going to have to come into your guys' world and clean up.
She refuses. She's visited like once. She's like, here's the crap that you guys, that I have extra that you guys can't get on your own island because you refuse to like actually make it a livable, habitable place. And she's like, I'm going to fuck off back to my actual world.
You think whatever deity you have that you have her in
Yeah.
your life, because I can only imagine what would happen if it was just you and your kid.
She just takes a look around and is like, you fucking savages. You live like this in squalor.
Nice.
All right. Actually, that kind of ties in a little bit to a segment that we have called 10 Questions. Chemix, this is your first time on the ESRCade, though you have been a guest before in Word Vomit. We are very grateful for that. But because this is your first time on the ESRCade, we have to grill you a little bit.
Okay, so
Tiny
blood,
bit.
is blood needed first? Is that, I don't...
No.
jump me in?
We get that
How
from
does
the
this
goat.
like an E-side thing?
No. The blood comes from the goat. We got the goat.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine.
Got it.
And besides, we're all still running on Virus C rules here. So right now, I mean, if you show up to Garage Studios, then the blood.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
this 2020 is keeping me safe right now. I can take
Yeah.
cover for something for once.
Yes.
Silver linings, ladies and gentlemen. Silver linings. Alrighty, so this is the 10 Questions Chemix edition. Question the first, sir. Oh my god, that's
We've all answered these questions by the
we
way.
answered these in the first one, so we grilled ourselves. The first
Am
question
I allowed
is,
to
sir,
plead the fifth?
That depends.
What sound do you like?
A sound that I like.
Yes.
What's a sound that I really, really like? Specifically a sound effect that makes me very happy. I'm trying to think. I'm sure that there's a bunch of them. You know what? Speaking of Zelda, the sound of when you figure out a puzzle and it does that like that whole like.
Oh, there you go.
It's completely ingrained in my brain. Like all of the sound effects from Zelda in general, but that one in particular is very like nice because it's like undoing a knot in your brain because it's a literal reward for having figured something out.
Nice.
So like it's a combination of like nostalgia and also just like, hey, you did a thing. Like, good job. Here's the next thing that you can do. I would
all
say
right.
that.
Well, you know what? Then the next question might actually also be Zelda related. I think. What sound do you dislike?
Actually, it's not Zelda related. I know specifically what sound I don't like, and it is the sound of when you are in the shower and you have a bottle of shampoo or one of those plastic bottles of like body wash, and it falls into the tub. That sound makes me want to murder. Like if I had a puppy in my hand and heard that sound, the puppy would die. Like it frustrates me. It's so
Wait.
loud. It's so obnoxiously loud for being such a small event because of like the acoustics of a bathroom and that big plastic bottle and the way that it hits. Go into your bathroom after this.
No, I get it.
Yeah, that sound makes me want to murder.
Yeah, no, I get it. So the sound of dropping like body wash
Bottle.
One of those big plastic
the
bottles
big ones
tub.
in the tub is
Yes.
the sound. How well do you do with dropping the soap?
I really walked into that one.
You know what?
But man,
I'm going to use a reaction right now.
What's great is as I'm saying this, I'm realizing now, I'm like seeing Sean's like his face and he's like, oh, he doesn't even realize.
I know.
Realize
I was like, yeah.
He's literally putting his leg in the bear trap and he's going to push the button for me.
Like, wait, I can construct a bear trap around this comment. Great. I love it.
Fucking Sudeikis SNL Satan just...
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right, I'll stop.
All right, you got me on that one.
Okay. In a video game, Chemix, what's more important, the story or the gameplay?
I'm going to say the gameplay, and I know that that's probably an unpopular thing. I'll provide some context for that. If the game is a game that I do care about the story, like something like a Metal Gear or aforementioned Zelda or something like that, then the story is important. But when it really comes down to is the gameplay, because there have been games where I care about the story, but I just haven't continued to play because I fucking hate how the game plays.
You're miserable playing it.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm not going to have fun in the core loop of a game, then you've lost me as a player. I can't. There's very few things that I will stick out just to find out the story. Like if I really care about the story, I can look it up later or I can watch a video or something like that. But like if I don't have fun playing the game, I'm not going to play it anymore. Okay. And also the other side of that coin is that there's plenty of games that I do play that have no story, and I mostly just want to play it just because they seem fun, because I really like indie games and arcade games, and so story is fucking moot, right? Everything is just like a little bit of context for the reason why you're fighting zombies or killing robots or whatever.
I mean,
But
yeah, if it's going to be real generic, yeah. But like maybe like Shovel Knight or something or Undertale, you're like, ooh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, no, so those ones are story based, but I'm thinking more things like fucking like there's a game that I like to play on mobile called Candies and Curses.
Okay.
Where technically there's a story. They have a lot of lore and they built a really cool world. That's what I care about almost more than a like a full narrative. Like if you've built a cool world that you can have it so everything kind of has a really nice context, and so all of the mechanics of the game actually feed into that, that's perfect.
Okay.
That to me is harder to nail in some cases than a story.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Same question, but more towards the movies now. What's more important, an actor being in a movie or the director for the movie?
Director for me, for sure.
Director.
Like,
Agreed.
yeah, even if I see that they're, I mean, I know like the kind of hacky commercial thing to do is like take a really well-known director and then say that they're involved in it, but really they're only involved in like a producer.
Consultant.
Yeah,
exactly.
Consultant,
like that.
yeah.
But in some cases, like when they're an executive producer, it can have actually, even then, it can actually have a really big effect on the movie. So I do pay attention to that. Like I follow creators, like just through and through with all the media that I enjoy. That goes for games, movies, music, because I like to see the different types of things that they do. So I get excited if they're going to do something new. So I definitely follow directors. Like if I see that. What's his name? Denis Villeneuve, the guy that did the Blade Runner 2049, and he's doing the new Dune remake. Like, basically, I see his name attached to anything, I'm fucking signed up immediately. I see, what's his name? Man, my brain is not super great right now.
Drink your coffee.
Thank you. Christopher Nolan. I see Christopher Nolan's name attached to something, I'm going to watch it. I see Jordan Peele's name attached to something, I'm probably going to watch it.
Yeah.
It used to be that way for Ridley Scott, but lately he hasn't been on a great trajectory. But yeah, definitely directors.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Alrighty. Who, dead or alive, and if you can't narrow it down to one, would you like to have lunch with?
David
I had
Bowie.
trouble with this. Sorry, go.
Bowie?
That was so good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you part of this interview, Sean?
No, I wasn't.
Way to steal the spotlight, sir.
I'm sorry. I had trouble with this question when it was asked to me. So,
what was your answer?
I think it was something. I thought it was too vague. I was like, well, all right, he's dead or alive, and I'm like, fictional or non-fiction?
Oh, so you went off in the weeds with it.
Yeah,
so
I totally did.
You shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, and Emmanuel tried to rein me in and shoot my foot.
Yeah.
Stop it!
Yeah, David Bowie
was asking
definitely.
questions.
So David Bowie?
David Bowie.
Nice.
Absolutely. If he were still alive, it would be him. And unfortunately, now he's passed away, it is definitely him. I would love to pick his brain about a bunch of stuff. And even if I didn't get to ask a question and I got to just have coffee and listen to him espouse about literally anything, I would really enjoy that. He seems like obviously I enjoy him and his work, but he also, like, in the things that I've seen and read, he comes off as a very thoughtful person, and I seems like somebody that I would like to have a conversation with.
I feel like you and I are almost twinsies because I said Lemmy Kilmister, and they had both passed away within about a week from each other.
Yeah, God, that year. That was a rough one.
Way to finish the year, right?
All right, Van Halen.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry, did I mention?
No.
I'm sorry. Well,
No.
we're not going there, Sean. Stupid. We have a full schedule. We can't talk about it.
Hold the tears. Hold the tears.
Just strumming a guitar in pure darkness and crying to yourself.
Well, let's just go ahead and say it. Rest in paradise, Eddie Van Halen.
Yes.
All right. We're gonna have to cut it off here for a second because our little Zoom meeting.
That's too perfect.
That was too perfect. That was too perfect.
Oh, thank you.
What?
That's it. You know what? No more explanation.
Like a cane came out and just like hooked you.
Yeah. No more explanation.
Like
I'm stopping it right there. That's the best spot to stop it at. We're just gonna stop it right here for right now.
All right.
All right. We're back in, and apparently Chemix went from one locale to another.
Just a quick fast travel, Chocobo fast travel.
Yes. Alrighty.
All right.
Back to the 10 questions. Chemix. You can visit any point in time. Can't change anything. You can only go there for viewing. Where would you go?
So I can't interact with anybody or anything. I could just purely just watch stuff happen.
You can't do anything that changes the time continuum.
So I'm going down the genre. I'm starting to ask questions about the question.
Thank you. It's too vague.
Okay. Well, let's just say for argument's sake, I can't. Like he said, I can't change anything. Maybe I can shout at people, but they can't necessarily hear me. We'll say it's like a Christmas Carol type situation.
All right.
Let's see. Any point in history, any point in time?
Yes.
Man, that is a tough one. Let's see. Let me think. Probably, man. I'm trying to think if it would be a really specific event, or if it would just be like just an era, just so I can.
Well, just to give you an idea, like for instance, Sean said that he'd like to go back to a time where he used to work at a video game shop with Randy.
Yep.
You know, so that one was like that. For me, it was going to see Live Aid with Queen. You know, just
I'm viewing it as I am now, right? I'm not like re-experiencing it.
You're viewing it as now. Yeah.
Right. You know where I would really like, what I would really like to see is when the Aztec Empire was like at its height.
Oh.
Like, because I always hear about that, and it's something that's like not really taught or like thought about, the fact that like they were like a superpower in the world for a very long time. Like they had like advanced technology for their time. They had a huge sprawling city. They had commerce. They had all this stuff. It would be really cool to kind of just see all of that madness going on and just kind of observe it and see how that city actually was operating.
Why is there a flying pyramid in the sky? Don't worry about it. Shut up.
Yeah.
That wasn't here.
It's like, man, this is way different than I thought. I think that would be
that's pretty rad.
Cool to see.
Yeah, we got a historian in the house. First video game you ever played?
Let's see. I don't know if necessarily this will be an accurate answer, but we'll say the first video game I really remember playing. It's going to be something on the Atari 7200. It's probably going to be.
Yeah, me too.
It's either going to be Dr. J Basketball, or was it Kung Fu? There was I can't remember specifically what it was called. It was either called Kung Fu, or it was something along those lines. Where
Kung Fu, I think, was a Nintendo game.
No, Kung Fu wasn't.
There was
like a Kung Fu or karate type game, basically, where it was a little side scroller, and you'd have guys coming at you and be like, da-da-da. You could either do
that was the Nintendo. At least I remember it on the Nintendo.
Yeah, there was a port for it in
there was a very shitty Atari port.
Yeah, there was an Atari port for it.
Yeah, okay. I remember playing
Nintendo
those
was
too.
a lot better.
Yeah, for sure. Like we had one of those before we got a Nintendo, and we thought it was hot shit too, because it was like, it wasn't a 2600, it was like an advanced one. I don't know how or why we ended up with one of those. But that was kind of like, that's the longest ago that I remember my first interactions with the video game, that that old school paddle type joystick with a single button, and playing those games. Yeah, I would say it would be either one of those two was the first video game I ever played. Something definitely clicked in my brain, the idea of like having a physical controller and being able to change something on the screen, like kind of.
Yeah, you push a button and something happens.
Yeah.
That's an amazing feeling when you first experience that.
That does something to your lizard brain.
Yes. Regarding any medium, video games, comics, television, who is your absolute favorite character?
Oh, that's such a big ask.
We're going to be getting into a whole lot more of that later.
I'm just gonna go with my knee-jerk reaction on this, and I'm gonna say Major Motoko Kusanagi.
Okay.
Ghost in the Shell is pretty much my favorite movie of all time. It's one of my favorite just worlds and series of all time, and her as a character, specifically the movie version, but also I really like I like her character from the original manga, and I really like what they did with her character, expanded on it for standalone complex, but her definitely is probably one of my favorite characters of all time. If I had to tie it, it would be her and like Cloud.
Okay.
There would be a very, very close tie between those two.
Like it's only like a sliver of a difference, kind of thing.
It's just a slight sliver, and I think I'm giving her the edge because I think that I saw her first before I saw Cloud. So I had never. She's the first female character that I ever really remember making like a huge impact on me, and because she was not stereotypical at all for any female characters I had seen in any medium before. She was thoughtful and independent. There was robotic, fake, unattainable, all these things that would
well, we're going down that rabbit hole now.
All of these things would have, effects later on down the line. And just, I don't know, I liked that idea of, and at the time when I was viewing, I wasn't like, oh, a strong female character. I've never seen that before. It wasn't until I was older that I realized the reason why she had such an effect on me. That and, movies when you're younger, right?
Yeah.
But even then, like, it was something that I thought was interesting at the time, is that there was nudity in it, but it wasn't really hypersexualized. Like, even if I couldn't necessarily vocalize it at the time when I saw it the first time when I was a child, and continued to watch, I've seen the movie a million times, it's something that, like, I think kind of also had an effect on me, which is, like, you can have nudity in a story, you can have female nudity in a story, and it doesn't necessarily have to be
center stage
or the focal point, or even like have anything to do with sex at all. Like, literally the opening scene, it's an analogy for birth. That's the whole reason why she's naked. So
I feel like we can sit here and just do a whole episode.
I could wax poetic about Ghost in the Shell literally for fucking years. But
yeah.
So we'll Kusanagi, the major.
I feel like we have to do that one day. A movie is being made on your life. No.
Hard no.
That's going to take forever.
Sean's looking at me. He's like, no one has that kind of time, man.
We can do a segment of that and put it on the channel.
But with Chemix, it's not going to be a segment.
No, I could get with Chemix and we can just, I can have it talk. I can put in some filmed frame by frame or shots from a standalone complex or whatnot, and just straight voiceover. Oh yeah. That's a video.
You can see the gears. The gears thing. He's like, It's already got a segment for you.
There you go.
All right,
Here we go.
You guys get together afterwards.
Done.
Movie of your life. Who portrays you?
Oh, right.
Fuck.
This question.
Who portrays me? Fuck. That's a good one. I'm trying to think. So this is funny to me because there's a common joke between a lot of my friends where apparently I have one of those faces where, like, a lot of people look like me, and it's my brother's absolute favorite thing to do, but, like, it's extended out to a bunch of group of our friends where they love to find people that look like me and then point them out to me. And they're like, hey, that guy looks like me. That's really funny.
How many twins do you have, sir?
A million. There's so many. to the point where a while back, my buddy Manny, he posted a picture of Emo taking a picture with another dude behind the table at a con that was not me, but looked like me, and then they posted it as, man, it's been a while since we've seen Nate at a show.
Oh, I remember that picture.
Yeah. And like,
and I looked at it, I was like, is that really him? No.
And even friends that I have that aren't necessarily part of that group have done similar things with me in the past. So I don't know what that is, but it's funny because now that you've asked who's going to play me, I can't think of necessarily of an actor that specifically looks like me, but like I'm trying to think of like who would be, like, they never get somebody that looks right. They're going to be, I want somebody that looks obviously more handsome than me. That's not going to be difficult to do. I'm trying to think of like who's hot shit right now. This is a really difficult one.
You wanted to go into this blind, man.
I know. I tried
to help you. I tried.
You tried. You know who I'd have play me right now, since I'm an adult? I'll go. I can do this. It would be Shia LaBeouf. If you've seen his last couple of movies, especially his last one, Honey Boy, and the way that he portrays his dad in there, he has like he's able to do the gruff looking, and he has this gravitas about him now in his performance that because he's accepted the fact that life has kicked him around a lot, and so he's able to have a really solid performance. So I would love to see him just chew the shit up out of scenery as me in a movie.
Sean, I forget. Who did you say you wanted?
I said Michael Cera for myself.
That's not bad.
No, I don't think it's bad either. But Randy was some
He was one of
Chinese
the
British guy.
Yeah, British Asian guy who was in Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know who he's
And
talking about. That dude was just in The Gentleman too. He's a good actor.
And Emmanuel, I don't know. It was something crazy.
I went John Leguizamo.
Really?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that guy does not get all the credit that he deserves. That guy's an amazing actor.
He's exceptionally talented for sure.
And like he's just don't get me wrong, he's a star, but his star should be shining a lot brighter, I think.
This is true. I agree. I'll agree with that. That's a good pick.
All right.
Certainly not. I picked not anybody that I would have initially thought about it if you asked me, but I feel like
you know who I was going to say for
I'm okay with my choice. I feel like it's a solid choice.
I was just going to say this as a joking thing, but I also think that this person is a very exceptional actor who doesn't get enough credit. I'm going to say Danny Pudi.
I knew it was going to be an Indian actor. I knew it was going to be. So is it going to be Danny Pudi?
He's Polish.
Or fucking what's his name? Not Cal Penn. I love Cal Penn, but that's not who I'm thinking of. Oh my God, the Danny Boyle movie, the kid in the quiz show. What's the movie?
Slumdog Millionaire, but I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the actor. That
actor. I'd be okay with him. He's a really good.
No, you know what? You know why I thought Danny Pudi though is I keep seeing this. There's a scene on Community where he loses his mind and he starts acting like Nicolas Cage.
Yes,
he does such a good rendition. Like it is spot on Nicolas Cage. I'm just like, this dude needs to be doing way more roles than this.
He is great. If you guys haven't seen that Apple original show that's done by the Always Sunny showrunners, I'm blanking on what it's called right now, but it's basically about them developing and running an MMO. Danny Pudi is in that.
Yeah,
and he plays the finance guy, and it's great because it's such an opposite character of what he played in Community. He's just a numbers guy that's a total dick. Like, and it's fantastic to watch him just enjoy that role and relish being like such an asshole.
I watched the interview that he did with Larry King, and this is to me where he should be at. Larry King asks him, "What is a personal pleasure? Being a celebrity that you get to have?" And he's like, "I don't know." He's like, "What is it for you, Larry?" And he goes, "I have a private jet." And he goes, and Danny Pudi's like,
"It's a good answer. It's a good solid."
Danny Pudi's like, "I'm on Harmon Quest and DuckTales. There are no private jets in my life in the near future."
Yeah,
I'm like, there should be, though. There should be.
No. He is great in DuckTales, by the way. Shout out to that DuckTales that remake. It's so good. That show is good. So
I forget which one he is. I don't know if he's Huey or Louie or Dewey. I don't know.
He's Huey.
Is he Huey?
He's Huey.
They all sound so similar. I can't really tell.
In the original, I mean, they were the same, but they did a really good job.
It was just that quacky voice.
It's him. Bobby Moynihan is Louie, and Dewey is fucking the worst. The guy from Parks and Rec with the big hair, whose name also escapes me right now.
Okay,
you're gonna say it like in the middle of the next conversation. I just know.
Or I'm gonna wake up at 3:00 tonight.
I'm gonna get a text message.
Log into Zoom.
Yeah, he's like, everybody get the fuck on.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was 10 questions with Chemix. Good times all around. I hope you know a little bit more about him. This is why he's a close friend.
Was that 10? Was that all 10?
I think that was all 10. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you passed the pop quiz. You're fine. Sweet. Now go put some pants on. Now, join us, Chemix, as we do our next segment, which we affectionately call Nailed It or Failed It. It's a segment that we do where we talk about award-winning actors and their portrayal of comic book or video game characters in the movies. And today's guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, is Tommy Lee Jones.
The man under a microscope, yeah.
Yes. And his portrayal of Two-Face. So a little bit of a description on both characters. Tommy Lee Jones, Academy Award and Golden Globe winner, started his acting career in Broadway in 1969's A Patriot for Me.
He was a Broadway actor.
Yeah. Since then, Jones has made a name for himself with roles such as Agent K in Men in Black, which is also a comic book character, by the way, Sheriff Ed Tom Bell in No Country for Old Men, and Deputy U.S. Marshal Samuel Gerard in The Fugitive, which netted him
good.
Golden Globe and Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, and many more.
Can I just say his best line in that movie is "I don't care." The way that
Yeah.
he delivers that response is just, it's the character. It's the entire character.
Yeah, agreed.
So somebody who has most definitely earned the awards that he has portrayed one of Batman's most devious villains, Two-Face.
Mhm.
Created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger, Harvey Dent was one of Gotham City's most amiable and courteous district attorneys and a strong supporter of the Batman. However, after Sal boss Marconi threw acid on Dent's face, scarring half of it, Dent had a psychotic break, causing him to become Two-Face, a schizoid criminal mastermind obsessed with duality and the number 2. Two-Face uses a two-headed silver dollar with one side defaced, a reflection of Dent's half-scarred visage, to decide the fate of his victims or whether or not to commit a crime. Gentlemen, I leave this to you. Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. Nailed it or failed it?
I'm gonna.
Okay. Me or you?
How are you?
I'll let Slap Bracelet take the charge on this.
Sorry. Okay. Cool. I was gonna say we shouldn't do this segment every show, but
Off to a strong start, sir.
but because like I think the whole segment gets lost on me. I have to admit, and but not today. Not today. Not today. Oh no, Tommy
One
Lee
man
Jones.
will not take it anymore.
Yeah, no, Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. Oh, he failed it, and that's not really his. He failed it hard, but that's not his fault. I think that's Schumacher's fault. God rest his soul. He was probably the nicest man you'll ever meet. I heard a rumor that Schumacher has had sexual relations with over 200,000 men, and I'm like, wow,
That tracks.
would be impossible, but
Good for
maybe
you.
it's not. But yeah, but no, I think Schumacher was like, yeah, he's got to be colorful and just be whimsical and whatever, right? And that's not who Two-Face is. And I think Tommy Lee Jones could have probably worked with something a little more. I think he could have done a really good Two-Face if he was given the chance, and the director was like, was more focused for the role. But he failed it.
You say failed it?
It's not his fault though.
So I'm gonna take a position that I didn't think that I was initially gonna take, and I'm gonna take the opposite position. I'm gonna say nailed it, but I'm gonna provide some context and piggyback off of what you were saying. I say nailed it only in the context of that's what Joel Schumacher wanted. It's clearly so. Is he Two-Face the character as we know and love? Absolutely not. He's neither the amazing animated series Two-Face or the great one that we got with the Nolan Batman.
Christopher Nolan, yeah.
Yeah. Aaron Eckhart did a fantastic job with that role, and I really like the direction that they took with it.
Yeah, I wanted more Two-Face.
It also wasn't. Originally it should have been. I'm so bad with actor names right now. I'm gonna nail all these.
Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams. It should have been
Yes.
Billy D. Williams, and I would have loved to have seen Billy D. Williams actually get to transition from Harvey Dent to
Yeah,
Two-Face. That would have been great. But to go back to my original point, the Batman universe that Schumacher built was very campy. It was very, very much based on the 60s show.
It was done that way on purpose.
It was done that. Yeah, exactly. It was purposeful. So to that end, I'm going to say nailed it because that's the Two-Face that you would expect in that Batman universe.
Okay.
He's colorful. He's brash. He likes firing his fucking machine gun all over the goddamn place. He's not particularly thoughtful. He definitely leans more into the acid burn side of his face than he does the previous litigator.
Yeah.
But so I think in the context of that terrible but clearly defined vision of Batman, he nailed that role. What Schumacher probably wanted.
Okay.
Respect.
Respect.
The situation at hand for this one is that, And you kind of brushed on it a little bit.
Hey, we're two sides of the coin too. See what?
Yeah, there you go.
Ah.
Perfect. Nice.
Not quite the bear trap, but we'll take it.
Still got one leg left.
Yes. We'll see how long that lasts. The situation that we have with it is that we got, in actuality, two faces out of it. I mean, we got, as you just said before, we had the animated series, which took a much darker turn to it, come out somewhat around the same time as the movie started to come out. So we had a contrast where we were able to see the major differences of the character. We got to see the campy side with Schumacher's, but we also got to see the Bruce Timm idea of what Two-Face should have been in the animated series.
I love that Two-Face and Harvey Dent.
So it's really it's very hard to try to differentiate the character when you have such a good portrayal of it in an animated cartoon show, and then you go into the other side and you see this zany, wacky, colorful character.
Right.
So it's one of those things where initially I was going to say failed it because I was going to compare him to the Two-Face that we got in the animated series.
I mean, it's no contest there,
right?
If you're comparing,
but that's not fair. Because the whole idea of is that we want to portray, we want to judge these guys based off of the portrayal independently of anything else. If this was the direction that the director wanted, then did they do it? And he did. He turned the character into what it was originally back in the 1960s. It was a zany character. Yeah, it was still murderous and whatnot, but there was no...
He likes to kill people, but it's okay because it's for the kids. It's colorful.
It's for the kids, right? And he's not going to get away with it because the Batman is there. You know, like that's what they wanted to show, and they did a really good job with it. Tommy Lee Jones, even though I know he had a lot of issues with Jim Carrey, they worked well together.
Oh yeah,
they did such a good job.
I think they probably they worked well together because their chemistry was bad. Like
right.
The characters are supposed to not mix really well anyway, so the fact that they didn't mix well as actors probably worked to their favor.
Which it did, yeah, because I absolutely love Jim Carrey on there as well. So I'm going to say nailed it. He did what was asked of him, and he did it really well. Even though it's not exactly the portrayal of Two-Face that we would have wanted to see.
On a ranking, he's definitely on the bottom.
Yeah, but for what he was given, he did a tremendous job. Even if he wasn't a fan of the role, it didn't stop him from doing everything that Schumacher asked him to do, you know? So I'm going to say nailed it, but I will also say barely.
just finger over the finish line.
Yes, that sliver that we were talking about earlier on. All right.
And you've told me for this segment I shouldn't compare other Two-Faces with other Two-Faces. You've specifically told me that. Stop doing that, Sean. Don't do it. Don't do it.
And you know what?
Do it, and
Did
you
I
tell
do
me
it?
no.
Did I do it? No.
You did.
No. I said no. I wasn't going to do that because it wasn't fair. You're not listening, sir.
I'm just going to go ahead and sip this and enjoy.
Yeah, you just
I'm just going to go and I'm just going to drink this.
Do it.
This whole.
Cheers.
Do it.
I was initially going to not.
I don't want to get demonetized. Shut up.
I was initially not going to drink, and then I realized like that would be breaking protocol for me because I don't think that I've ever done any podcast, this one or any others, without a drink in my hand at some point. So it just kind of felt wrong.
And now I'm the square of the family because there's your drink, there's his Jack Daniels, and I got a Zelda in the back. Yeah.
That's fine. We all know that there's a bunch of needles in your hip right now. Just every now and then, just kind of juice up real quick.
Yeah, that last one was a pretty big gauge.
Dude.
I can't feel my leg right now.
It's great.
Yes. All right, so we got to move this right along because we got a really cool thing we want to do. But
this is the big thing. Yeah.
One quick thing before we get started. Mortal Kombat has just announced the last few characters that are part of the character pack. We've got Purple Rain coming back. I like to call him Prince.
Just Rain, yeah.
Melina is making a return.
People are losing their minds over that. But
and then
not as much.
Not as much as the guest fighter, ladies and gentlemen. We've got John Rambo
So you put John Rambo in Mortal Kombat 11 with the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator.
It almost makes too much sense.
Yeah, it does.
It's
And
like the
here's-
Smash
see-
Brothers of like 90s and
And
80s.
here's the
action
funny
Yeah.
thing about this too. I feel like Sly Stallone is going to start jabbing at Schwarzenegger because Stallone's actually coming in and doing the voice work for it.
That's a good opportunity for them to have some good banter.
And
Yeah.
they've been
Banter.
going back and forth. They like to tease each other, poke at each other, either through social media or in person. I feel like Sly is definitely going to do this.
I haven't played in a while. I haven't played the newest one, but I played the previous one. But they have like character specific interactions and dialogue.
Yes,
right?
they
When
do.
you're
Yeah,
at
they
the
do.
start of rounds. Yeah, that's pretty
So there's
cool.
probably going to be something really neat between those two. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
But the one thing I'm worried about with Rambo in the game is like, oh, I'm going to zone out these motherfuckers so hard. Good, right? Oh, it's going to be machine guns all day. It's going to be great.
Sean just went from 6 to 12.
Yeah.
Seriously, fucking zoning.
Yeah, no.
I know it's a legitimate strategy, but god damn is it annoying
Damn
to
it.
fight.
Oh, Jesus. It's not even. No, never mind. That game is going to be almost unplayable, especially when every DLC character that almost comes out for that game is always like dialed up to 10. It's like, balance? Fuck balance. You paid $5 for this character. Break this game over my fucking knee. And that's what's going to happen.
You know what? I'm still holding out hope for Ash. You know, I mean, but I
That's
guess
right. I know people have been campaigning for him for a while, and he would fit very nicely into that universe for
I think
sure.
so. And you know
Yeah.
what? I know Bruce Campbell said he'd never portray him, but he didn't necessarily say voice him. I just don't think he would do any more Ash Williams like live action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got a big enough money bag.
Yeah, and he lives in Oregon too, so it's not like he's like hurting for money. He's already set with the money that he's made.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he's not paying that California money kind of thing. But
Bruce
yeah.
Campbell rich is a nice aspiration.
Oh,
I don't need to be Leo DiCaprio rich, but Bruce Campbell rich.
I feel like if I
take that.
did, I would get like very much.
Just solid enough to be comfortable.
I think I would get like really big headed if I got that high. Like you're making Robert Downey Jr. money? Get out of here! Slap him with a $100 bill. I'm gonna go wipe my butt with this $100 bill.
Oh my god!
Like that's what I feel like it's gonna happen.
I've tried that. It's not that great.
See, I would feel guilty about it. I would do it, be like, "Yeah, I'm badass," and then like 2 seconds later, I'd be like, "How do I wash this? Will bleach completely ruin it?
No, yeah, it would. You want to just water and just leave
probably
it. on the
just
counter.
run it through the."
Would
through
you
the
like a
washer.
chocolate covered $100 bill?
Aw.
No Mallrats pretzels, please.
Aw.
Somebody got it.
I know I got it, but it was like, oh, not the pretzel. No. Jesus.
That's the word. That's what
Damn it. Why? Stop.
Yo, this food tastes like piss and flies.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
You're welcome for that. Enjoy.
This. Okay.
I hope that visual stays in there for a very, very long time.
BRB.
Worth it. I hope that he's telling him as he's preparing his food, "Hey, remember that scene all around chocolate pills?"
All right, back at it. Oh, so I didn't hear any of that. Thank God.
Okay.
Shit.
See, this is why you only have me on every now and then.
The true segment. Come on, go.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it is time now. It is time for something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time.
Sweet.
And you know, John Rambo, we talked about him before because he's more than likely going to be part of this as well. Ladies and gentlemen,
Is he?
I welcome you to the Protagonist Wars.
All right, you better put some graphics on this, Emmanuel.
All right. Give me a
Better
second.
do it.
I got it set up
See,
here.
this sounds like a fight, so I'm gonna go ahead and.
Do you have the? All
There we
right.
go.
Right, so
Yes.
here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Went, oh, wrong song. There we go.
So we've got on
Here
the
we go.
upper
Oh
left
my God, there's
corner.
an actual chart. Jesus.
Yeah, he made the chart and everything. Emmanuel is the one that really wants to run this segment, and I'm like, all right, this doesn't sound horrible, but I wasn't really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah,
this is
thanks,
going to take
Nick.
because this
It's
is going
not
to take
horrible.
This is going to take forever, and you wanted to run this, so
Once
fine,
again,
let's
I
run
would
it.
I would like to ask you to just bring the energy level down, man. Don't be too excited about all this, okay? You got to save some of this for the battle, right?
All right, here we go. Let's open the bracket.
Jesus.
How are
Oh
we
my
starting
God.
this?
All right.
I want Sean to be my hype man. If I were a rapper, I would have Sean come on to be my hype. Yeah, so I don't know. Dennis is
Yeah.
gonna do some shit, I guess.
He's going to do some shit, I guess. Whatever. I don't know.
Bars or whatever. I don't really
him,
listen to hip hop.
And him and Randy are just like, we'll be your hype men when you go to Evo again. It's just like, yeah, it's not going to be really great. It's just be like,
I was going to...
you're going to beat this guy real quick, by the way, everybody.
Yeah.
You know, after what Guilty did for him, his spirit has been crushed. So just,
Good
it's
God,
a free win.
walk it off.
Rub some dirt in it, bud.
Shit.
Hey, I did. It's something that you would bring up with the energy. that you're
No,
bringing.
I didn't. I forgot about it.
I think my favorite part is the bickering. I think if I had to pick
Holy
an aspect.
shit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have it up here for you. Upper left corner are video game characters.
That's where
Lower
we're starting?
left is
Okay.
television. Upper right is movies, and lower right is literature. So comic books, graphic novels.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The way this was set up is after the characters were selected, I rolled the dice for each
You
character.
said literature, and I was like fully expecting to see like Jane Eyre.
Yeah, Tom Sawyer.
Yeah,
right.
Like the old man from Old Man of the Sea.
Yeah.
Who would absolutely destroy on this bracket, by the way.
Yeah.
I just like to say, like,
Tom Sawyer's just a boy. We can't do this.
You
Not
shouldn't have done
cool.
that. He's just a boy.
Oh, stop it.
and the winner surprisingly is Old Yeller. No one saw that one coming.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a shame that we're going to still have to put him down, unfortunately.
Old Yeller from out of the locker room with a chair.
All right, gents, are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, where do you guys want to start? I'll let you guys
Cyrano de
decide.
Bergerac comes out with a taser. Great.
I smell a new bracket coming on after this.
Yes.
Why don't we go ahead and stay in theme since this is the ESRCade and
We'll
and
go
start with
games.
the games.
All right, so coming in swinging hard, we've got Link versus Mario.
All right.
Oh,
I forgot how we decide this sort of thing.
So it's because there's three of us, you know, one character is going to be eliminated no matter what. So just
Yeah.
that's true. That's a good point.
whatever reasoning it is that you choose them is yours, but it's not like who's stronger or who's faster. It's just your more personal preference than anything.
Yeah, this is gonna have to be entirely like, man, words are hard, guys. What are words? Brain no worky, slow down, shutting. I think I'm having
Head
a stroke.
talkadoo. No.
Yeah,
Talk
subjective is the
good.
word I
No,
was
bad
thinking
talk do. Yeah.
of. Why use big words when small words do? Jesus Christ, Chemix, pull it together. Yes, subjectivity.
You're supposed to be the judge for this thing, man. Come on.
He
Let's
was
fucking
supposed
do this,
to be.
man.
Okay.
All right.
Link or Mario? Who do you guys got?
I'm gonna go. I mean,
Link
come on.
versus Mario.
The
First
decision
match.
has been made for me already.
All right, we got
It's-
one
it's-
Link.
It's gonna be have to hit hero time for me.
I'm going to, good lord, because Mario is such the superhero, but Link is the warrior. And he is also considered a superhero, so this is really tough right off the bat.
I
I'm
know,
gonna
right? Like this was completely
go-
random.
Yeah. And you can't even go by power-ups, because if you're doing power-ups for Mario...
Yeah, we gotta do base arsenal.
Yeah, base arsenal for Link, which is just sword and shield, no boomerang, because that's not base
Right.
arsenal.
Bow
Sword,
and arrow,
shield. No.
No, he doesn't have that shit.
Oh,
Hell
no, yeah,
no,
you're
he
right,
doesn't
you're
have
right.
it.
You're right. Yeah.
And Mario's really strong, but Link is very skilled. If I have to go, I'm gonna go and say Mario.
Okay.
Ah.
So that leaves it to me now. Link or Mario?
He's a hard target. He would be difficult to hit for sure.
You know what? I am gonna go. I'm gonna go Link.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Link. I think I've had a lot more fun with the Legend of Zelda games than I have with Mario. Not to say that I haven't had fun with the Mario games, but I think
I love the contemptuous tone of the okay. Okay, I see how this is going now. All right.
There might be something I'm not thinking about with this, but okay, go ahead. Next.
Hearts are gonna be broken during this, guys.
Yeah,
Heart
fine.
containers.
All right.
Next contenders are Ezio Auditore from the Assassin's Creed series or Kratos from God of War.
Kratos by a damn long
Yeah,
shot.
I'm gonna have to give this one to Kratos.
The man can pull the tongue out of a kraken with his bare fucking hands. And dick.
It is.
His CV is just a list of gods he's killed. So,
Yeah, no.
I think there's just no contest.
Alucard from the Castlevania series or Sarah Kerrigan from StarCraft.
I don't think a lot of people are going to know who Sarah Kerrigan is.
Well, here let me make a qualifying statement. She's just Sarah Kerrigan, right? She's not
the Queen of Blades.
Yeah.
She is. She is everything.
She is.
Everything that's on here is encompassed to what they've done.
Okay, so she's Queen of Blades here.
Oh, so she's Queen of Blades.
Alucard. Fine.
Oh, that would be a fun matchup. I would actually like to see. That's a game I would play.
That's a fight. I got my my friend's family back here thinking about this now too.
you got your Ed McMahon back there.
Yeah.
Where's my giant check? Damn it!
Should I put on? I don't know if everyone can hear you back there. Oh, you can hear them?
Lightly. I can hear them lightly, yeah.
Lightly?
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. I'm going to, you know what? This is going to give you guys a second to decide because we've got to do a quick break.
We're going to have to go to the points on this one? Okay, fine.
So
go to the scorecard?
Scorecards, yes.
Okay, for that one?
We'll be right back. We gotta.
Oh, all right, fine.
After a message from our sponsors.
Yeah, message
from We're brought to you by the Zoom free account. 40 minutes or less. We don't care if you're done or not.
Yeah. All right.
And it's not free.
And the fighting resumes. Go ahead.
All right. Let me share the screen again.
All right, cool.
Go back to it. So, again, we got Alucard versus Sarah Kerrigan. What you guys got?
Okay.
We've established that she's Queen of Blades.
She is Queen of Blades, and it is Alucard. Ooh, so I'm gonna go. Should I just go classic and say Alucard would probably beat her?
Well, again, this is based off of your own personal preference. It's not an actual fight.
This is a difficult one for me.
This is difficult. I'm gonna have to go on the. I'm gonna have to just line in the sand and just say Alucard.
I think
it's a really good fight.
I think I'm going to agree with that one.
All
Specifically,
right.
like, and what actually gives him the edge, I think, is the fact that if she is the Queen of Blades, that basically means she's a monster, and Alucard's specialty is dispatching monsters, especially large world-ending monsters. So I'm going to give that edge to
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kratos or Alucard moves on. We've got Dante from Devil May Cry versus Zero from Mega Man X.
fucking. I'm really glad I picked a Marvel vs. Capcom background. Some people are about to be triggered right now.
So, Dante from DMC or Zero from Mega Man. Both Capcom, which is great. Both Sword Masters. I think that lightsaber that Zero has can definitely be parried by an actual metal sword, especially one like Rebellion. Rebellion is very...
magical, right?
If you remember in the games, if you finished off a character with Zero's sword, they would split in half.
They would split in half, but yeah, Rebellion is Rebellion. So there's that. Ooh, another omelet. Thank you. It doesn't have to be in my face. Thank you. Jesus.
If I could get one with mushrooms,
Mushrooms, ham, and sausage.
This one does
little cracked pepper on
this
there
is
too.
a little bit of
Appreciate
salsa with some ham and eggs. Okay.
Not eggs and ham with salsa.
Thank you. And salsa. All right. I'm
A
gonna
65th competitor has entered the ring. It seems that the omelet has come out of left field and just destroyed the competition.
Just join in as a wild card on this one.
I mean, Rebellion's Rebellion, but salsa and ham. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So okay, we're talking no power-ups, nothing where he would get in the game, like both of them, right?
Yes.
So not Oblivion. I'm sorry. See, can you count Zero's moves? You can't.
Yes, you can.
See, I
feel like
whatever you like about them.
Yeah, I think
the
whatever you
signifier
like
is your
about them,
own.
dude.
However, if you want them to be as powered up as they can be in their respective universes.
If that be the case, then we'd have to change the Mario versus Link. But
I would keep my answer, Link, on that one.
I'd still do it too. Yeah,
I would still stay Mario, but okay, so it would still be Link in the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm saying with Zero with moves because he has a fiery Shoryu and the lightning stab, but we have Dante's got like different swords. What was his dad's sword? What was the name of his dad's sword? That turned into a scythe and whatnot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember.
That not lady.
I
Trish is using. The one that Trish is using.
I don't know. Can't remember the name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so we can't count that because he uses that. He's got the grenade launcher, shotgun. Do we even count those if we're even using them? On top of that, Dante's such a move whore. Even in like Marvel vs. Capcom, he's got too much to work with.
I'm gonna go in this case. It hurts
I'm gonna
me
go
to do
Dante.
this. I'm gonna go Zero.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Zero on this one.
I'm gonna qualify the same way that you just said, where it hurts me to do this, and I'm actually gonna go to Dante, even though I like Zero better as a character.
All right,
Okay,
Dante
cool.
moves on.
My reasoning for that is that I know that Dante has no qualms fighting dirty, and Zero has a little bit of honor about him.
Ah, okay.
Okay. All right.
Now, again, before we continue, I got to remind everybody, it's not. I mean, if that's your reasoning, that's fine.
That's my personal
That's
reasoning
fine.
for it.
But
Yeah,
we're not doing it based off of who is stronger or who is faster. It's just your own personal feels. Okay.
Yeah.
Next characters are Leon
Feels.
S. Kennedy versus Marcus Phoenix.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
Leon S. Kennedy by a mile.
Likewise.
Only because. Yeah. Okay. Only because of what that man has done over the years. And I'm
there
not
needs to be
saying
some kind of like montage in the background with black and white, like.
All right, look, any man that can suplex a zombie and with no shame and can
repeatedly
keep doing it and probably beat his whole mission just suplexing zombies or whoever
and the man
else.
knows his way around a ladder.
Yeah. Yeah, Leon by a mile. And I'm not saying Marcus Phoenix isn't like badass, but
I feel like
he needs to have weapons on him. I mean, he is a strong guy. He could probably kill what is in front of him with his bare hands.
I feel like Leon is the closest video game adaptation of John Wick that we're gonna get.
Yeah, Leon is almost John Wick.
I almost see him more as a John McClane, where it's just like every time he gets
Or John McClane, fine.
he just like the bar just gets raised more and more about like, yeah, he could do that.
Yeah. So even though Leon moved, Chemix, was that going to be your pick, or were you going to go?
I was actually going to give it to Phoenix.
Yeah?
Personally.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
any man that could single-handedly take on the Locust hordes multiple times in a row, and also just like I'm thinking of just like if it were like a bare knuckle boxing match, like that's like a high school kid versus like a fucking WWE wrestler. Like he's like 4 times the size of him.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Leon can take like shots from giant zombie ogres in like Resident Evil 4. He's tanked them.
That's fair. So, I'm just thinking like a gut punch from Marcus Phoenix, just getting the wind knocked out of you. I don't think you're getting up anytime soon.
All right, well let's move on, gentlemen.
Okay, all right.
We got Samus Aran from Metroid versus Cloud Strife.
Okay,
you break my fucking heart with this one.
Strife, yeah.
You break my fucking heart. Like this is Sophie's choice right now for me.
What? Are they talking about a materia decked out cloud or just a simple?
That's a good question.
Just like the character has nothing.
Just liking the character, not a straight hard master materia.
No, does not
Cloud
have to.
Strife.
I mean, if that's your reasoning, that's fine.
If that's your thing, I'm gonna have to give it to Cloud. I have to have the knee-jerk reaction, and I have to say Cloud.
Samus can handle herself. However,
she can. Samus is fantastic, but Cloud is just
Samus.
cheating.
She can handle herself.
She can.
Did I say he? I fucked up.
Samus in her suit.
Samus is in her suit, correct?
Yes, God.
Again, it's just whatever you like, dude.
Okay. Yeah. No, Cloud.
Cloud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cloud by a long shot.
Just throwing it out there. I was gonna say Cloud too.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Next.
Carl Johnson from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Okay.
Or Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank.
Here we go again.
All right. So now
shit.
you're all right. Okay. Carl Johnson from San Andreas versus
Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank. No Clank,
Just Ratchet.
just Ratchet.
Just Ratchet.
This I don't like, not at all. because like all the other matchups
Sean's got
fine.
qualms.
All the other matchups fine, and then you put Carl Johnson from San Andreas against a what is Ratchet?
He's a Lombax.
Is he a wombat?
He's a wombat.
He's a Lombax.
Okay, fine. That
Because that's a real thing.
I think I think you were just pulling stuff out of your butt, Emmanuel, when you were choosing them. At this point, it's like, oh, I like Carl Johnson, but who can we put him up against?
Well, guess
That
what?
is a very random pairing.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
again. These were all randomly put in there. They were all
just
selected
right.
by dice.
Knee-jerk reaction on this one goes to CJ. You got
Likewise.
Ratchet shows up, CJ just caps him and moves on.
Yeah.
This is especially without Clank. There's no Clank. to
Yeah,
jump in
he
front of
doesn't
him and
have
take the
Clank.
bullet.
Yeah, no.
CJ
I'm gonna
it is.
have to go CJ, but I don't want to.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, I may just have to go Ratchet because if he has like his wrench so he can hit things, he usually kills things in one shot. CJ has to box it out. And if
CJ
he's
just
punching-
explodes into a bunch of like nuts and bolts.
Yeah, well, if CJ punches something, he always has like brass knucks, and that counts as a weapon.
We've got CJ for 2 votes, so we got to go with that one.
Damn it!
And then
I
the
wanted
last,
to change my vote.
the last one, the last one for video games is Sonic the Hedgehog versus Lara Croft.
Again, what the hell? You could have put Lara Croft versus CJ, and then put like Ratchet
Randomly
and Sonic.
selected. It's randomly selected where they fell in the brackets.
Fucking, you fucked up. All right.
Hey, you blame the die. That's what it is. You blame the die.
What did you roll? What dice did you roll? I have plenty of dice.
Digital ones.
Praise me, RNGesus.
All right.
Just because I enjoy playing as him a lot in Smash Brothers, I'm gonna say Sonic.
I was gonna say Sonic as well, even though
That's not fair.
How is it not fair?
even though it's going against the logic of like gun shoots small cuddly creature
Lara
dies.
Croft would have to shoot Sonic, and Sonic is too fast.
That's where I'm going
Sonic
with
beats. Yeah, Sonic would beat Lara Croft. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Okay, so the first half of the
that. Blow
first part of the
through
video
her
game's done.
chest.
Chemix, you
And I do
decided
like
the
the-
first one. So, Sean, I'll let you decide where we go next. Do you want to do television, movie, or books?
Okay. Television, movie, or books. Since I have my people around me, they could probably go because they want to chime in. I'm gonna go down here at the bottom left. This is television.
What's
Television.
that glass of bourbon?
All right,
You have
we'll
your
go
people, I have
television.
my people, okay?
You want me
Yeah,
to drink
got it.
you? I'm in court right now.
But I'm in court right now.
Yeah,
All right, we're going into television, guys.
we go into television.
All right,
No,
so the
money down.
What?
gotta remove this bar association.
There's money involved in this?
Sorry, I'm just going on a
Simpsons
Simpsons tangent. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. So the first one is Jin from Samurai Champloo versus
Okay.
Darkwing
I thought-
Duck.
Okay,
I don't
Jin
have-
from
I don't have
Samurai
any Jin.
Champloo versus Darkwing Duck.
So this kills me because I love Samurai Champloo, and the fact that you went with Jin instead of Mugen is very frustrating to me.
Yeah, that's okay. That's one problem I have with this matchup. Another is that all the other matchups, like they're like, oh, okay, cool, like Mario, Kratos, and Ezio. Fine, you put
Blame
Darkwing
the
Duck.
die.
We're setting
Blame
we're,
the die.
we're setting some odd precedents here.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
okay, fine.
But we need to soldier forward.
Yes.
Okay. Darkwing Duck could probably avoid Jin.
Yeah, I find myself oddly.
He would get
Think that
his
Duck-
butt
that-
kicked a bit.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jin would have a I think Jin would have a problem with gas effects. You know, there's sleeping gas. There's the knockout gas. There's stink bomb gas. On top of that, Darkwing Duck has all sorts of attachments to his gun.
He's basically Batman.
He's basically Batman that could take a ridiculous cartoon amount of punishment.
That is a very good point. He's damn near unkillable.
Almost.
So I'm guessing you guys are saying Darkwing
gonna
Duck?
go Darkwing Duck.
Yeah,
All right,
that,
Darkwing Duck.
that actually makes sense in a weird way.
Hmm And I love Darkwing Duck.
Okay.
And if I got outvoted, then I got outvoted. Whatever.
Goliath from Gargoyles.
This
or
is going to
Doctor
start a
Who.
fight in this house. All right. So Goliath from Gargoyles versus Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Hands
Fucking no question.
Did you hear everybody?
Yeah, no, the peanut
See,
gallery
no,
is
not
loud
a
and clear on this
single one
one.
of you asked which doctor.
down.
Well, if it's
Easy
the
one.
broad,
Okay.
no, if it's the female Doctor Who.
If it's the
We don't
female
see
Doctor
guys.
Who, that,
Yeah,
and that matters.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
but they're all
that matters.
immortal.
Because I don't support her.
They're
But
all
what-
technically the same doctor.
They're all
I mean,
technically the same doctor. You're right. I forgot.
You know what?
I'm
I'll
not even a Doctor Who fan by all accounts, but like.
you know
I
what?
mean-
I'll start us off. Just because I'm more familiar with it than I'm for Doctor Who, I'm gonna go Goliath.
I'm going. I have to go with the Doc, even
Doc.
though Goliath is dope. But I'm gonna have to go with Doctor Who. But he's not
I'm gonna-
that great of a fighter. But he's got the
So that's the qualifier that I'm going to use. I'm also going to go with Goliath, even though I think that Doctor Who is a more powerful entity. If it comes down to a fight, Goliath is gonna take them out.
He's gonna
Right.
rip them apart. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Now-
have to give that one to Goliath. Also, I would like that super obscure character to just make it at least one more round.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Homer Simpson from The Simpsons, or Dean Winchester from
I
Supernatural.
actually really like
This is
matchup.
dumb. First, okay, all right. Homer Simpson doesn't have much of a move list.
Again,
Arcade.
I get it.
Oh,
I
the
get
Simpsons
it.
Arcade. The man
Okay.
can-
Simpsons
and,
wrestling.
and precedent has been very similar to Darkwing Duck. The man can take some
He can
damage.
take
he can rope a dope.
He can rope a dope.
You remember when he did the spine on the fire hydrant?
Yeah, he should have been. He should have died, and he lived.
Falling down Springfield Canyon twice.
Falling down Springfield Canyon twice, and he lived. He did some hospital time after that, though.
He did. There was damage done.
Having a car fall on him.
Now,
car-
Dean Winchester is currently taking on God, or Chuck, however you want to call him, if you guys are caught up at all. This is kind of a difficult one. Because, while Homer Simpson can take a lot of damage, Dean, not unlike Dante, has no qualms about fighting dirty. He likes to be as efficient as possible with the
I don't think Homer Simpson does either when he was teaching Bart how to fight. But he was like, oh, God, I have progeria. And they're like, oh, God. And the guys back up and he kicks him in the nuts.
And
That
then
sort of thing. Yeah.
kick him in the ribs, then run like hell.
No, real like hell.
I had not expected this one to be so difficult. Because, if I know... Because Dean, the sheer grit of Dean to kill something is very, very high. But Homer Simpson's dumb luck and ability to take damage. But seriously, that dumb luck, I think, gives him that edge. He would survive for some stupid fucking reason.
Unless you're the Halloween episode, Homer.
Right. Unless Dean can get him to turn himself into a donut, and then, in which case, he takes
Stop
it.
picking at yourself.
I'm so delicious.
Dude.
Forbidden donut.
Dad, I wouldn't go out
it's
there if I was you. He's got to come out sometime, boys.
I'm gonna go against what I just said, just because I'm especially since my wife just started repicking it up again. I'm gonna give it to Dean. I'm gonna give it to
Dean
Dean. 'Cause
Winchester?
He'll figure it out.
All right, Sean?
Good Lord. Oh, man. What was his move list in Simpsons wrestling? Could he do a power bomb?
Oh man, I forgot about that.
I think he just splashed people because he was really overweight.
He does splashes off the top rope.
Yeah,
Is that his super?
I think so.
Really? Are you
I saw-
sure?
I saw a video of it, but I didn't really. I heard that game was terrible, so I didn't really
Okay.
put much time in that.
No, then I'm not going to give it to Homer. I'll have
Dean
to go
Winchester, it
Dean.
is.
Yep.
Just throwing it out there, I was going to also select Dean Winchester.
that
Okay, so
deliberation
that's a
took
landslide.
entirely way too
Yeah.
long for that.
Yeah. Okay. Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty, or Olivia Benson from Law and Order SVU.
Rick, hands down. I love
Rick,
I
freaking
love-
hands down.
I love Detective Benson, but she's got a kid,
All
And she didn't hook up with Stabler. Damn it.
I'm not even going to go to the peanut gallery on this one. No,
Okay.
that's
next
just
one.
dumb.
Next one. Walter White or Jean-Luc Picard.
White.
Okay, this I will go to the peanut gallery.
White.
Walter White.
Walter White versus Jean-Luc Picard.
Picard.
Picard. Yeah, I was thinking Picard.
Picard can't reason his way out of this. Like,
Oh,
diplomacy will do
true.
nothing. He doesn't have the entire
You know
fleet
what?
at his disposal. He's just one man.
Hold on.
You know what though? The new series, he is pretty much on his own, and he's kicking ass.
But can he win a straight up fist fight?
He fought a Gorgon.
He fought a Gorgon
Yeah.
with his bare hands?
Yes.
That was Kirk.
Jean-Luc Picard for me. He fought a
know
Gorgon
what?
with his bare hands.
I will join you on that one, Sean. Jean-Luc Picard.
Wait,
it is.
hold on.
Hold on. I was thinking
Wait.
William Shatner.
Oh, you were thinking
Yes,
William
that's
Shatner?
what I just said.
Shatner
That
did
was Kirk.
Not
Kirk.
Jean-Luc Picard?
He did
Kirk fought
fight
Gorn, not
an
Picard.
invisible being
He fought Wait, Jean-Luc Picard fought an invisible being with his bare hands?
with a knife
With a knife.
and like one other person.
All right, you know what? I changed my vote. I didn't know that Picard had access to a
Does
knife.
Picard get the phaser? I'm going to say no. I think that the rules are no.
No, he can have the phaser.
Walter would have a gun because Walter ain't stupid.
And then I would say the intelligence of Picard is way up there.
Yeah. And
We got
yeah,
one Walter. Do we got a second?
Because Picard is military, he knows how to fight.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Picard it is. I was gonna go Picard.
He took a fucking clean knife.
Okay, next one. Chuck Bartowski from Chuck, or Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
This is
Angel.
stupid. Angel by a
Angel by a mile.
Angel
Chuck,
it is.
Chuck Bartowski's dumb luck will only take him so far.
so far.
Well,
Yeah.
by the end of it, he does know how to control the intersect.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. 11 from Stranger Things,
Okay.
or Samurai Jack.
This is good.
Knee-jerk reaction is 11.
Samurai Jack.
All right, Peanut Gallery. Because I have it. I have the
You cheater.
Okay.
This is bullshit.
Sorry.
It's got to be
11
your decision, Sean.
versus Samurai Jack.
11, telekinesis, whale key.
But Jack jumps good.
Jump good.
Okay, all right, yeah, you're fine. I was gonna argue it, but I can't.
But
right.
Jack jumped good.
Jump good. All right, no, 11.
11. Okay.
This is
And
Samurai Jack, not
I
Simple
want
Jack.
it to be Samurai Jack, but it's
yeah, dude, I stick by it. Even if he lost, I stick by it. All right, last one. Walker Texas Ranger versus Dexter Morgan
whoever the hell Dexter Morgan is.
from Dexter.
Dexter's Laboratory. Oh, no, Dexter Morgan, the serial killer?
Is he the
Yeah.
serial killer?
Serial killer.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm gonna go Walker Texas Ranger only because he's the type of man who can jump from airplane to airplane to stop a speeding grandma in a car
And then knock her
and just
out.
knock her the fuck out and then stop the car. I don't
Yeah.
know where he got the biplane, but fuck it, he had a biplane. Just
All
whatever.
right. One Walker.
Go.
What do you got, Chemix?
I'm gonna give it to Dexter because
Dexter?
I think that Walker would come in real confident, and then from out of the shadows, Dexter would come out in that Henley that he always wears and just be like, "Foomp," put him down. Walker wakes up all taped up. It's end of game.
He should be a Mortal Kombat character.
Are you done?
Ooh, no.
All right. You know what? I will go Dexter as well. He's very much more
Damn it.
cerebral in everything
All
that
right.
he does. So I got to give it to him for that one.
But Walker kicks people really fucking hard in the trees.
Walker kicked good. Jack jumped good.
Fucking Chuck
Okay.
Norris.
Yeah, he's Chuck Norris. There is a fist under the beard.
All right. We're going to go off of my selection next. And
Fine.
I want to go with literature. So we'll start
Okay,
on
literature. Fine.
Okay. So to start us off, it's Rick Grimes from Walking Dead versus Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, let's scroll down here so I can see the whole thing. Oh, I can't. This is screen share. All right.
Who's controlling the screen?
I am.
Can you
Yeah.
scroll?
Here.
There we go.
So wait a minute. Rick Grimes versus Leonardo.
I'm
Again,
gonna have
you're
to say that you're gonna have to make this decision. Your peanut gallery is giving you too much support.
yes. I will go with Leonardo.
Leonardo.
I'm gonna also give it to Leonardo because if we're
Yeah.
talking comics, he's fucking savage.
Yeah.
All right. Now, again, I feel as though I need to keep saying this. It's off of your personal preference.
Yeah, I am. That was easy.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
makes
was
So
easy.
sense,
next,
hands down.
next one.
Wonder Woman versus Afro Samurai. Wonder Woman
Woman for the same reason.
By a
Kratos.
mile.
She kills gods for
Yeah.
a living.
by a mile. Wonder Woman. Afro
Batman.
Samurai can be killed.
Batman versus Scott Pilgrim.
Batman. That's not even a
Okay.
contest.
Miyamoto
Quick aside.
Usagi.
I think I've mentioned this before. Do you guys? I think I've mentioned this actually on your guys' show before. Do you guys remember an old IGN thing that they used to have where they would do exactly this, but it would just be Batman versus a bunch of other shit?
Yeah,
he
you
would
did.
always-
That was good.
He always ends up at the end of it. I have the feeling we might be going towards that, but we'll see.
All
If it
right.
ends up Batman versus the Ocean again,
Batman versus the Ocean. Yeah.
Our
That'll work.
66th combatant. He's just
or
right
that
behind
omelet.
the omelet.
Oh, Batman versus that omelet.
All right.
Yum.
Miyamoto Usagi versus Son Goku.
Son Goku by a mile.
Yeah, Son Goku.
As I like Usagi Yojimbo, but it's not
Yeah.
not
Goku
against
cheats.
Goku. That's horrible.
I'm gonna go
He
Usagi.
didn't have a prayer. Goku wins.
Usagi doesn't have access to senso beans.
Yeah. No, neither does Goku, but he doesn't need him.
All right. Geralt of Rivia versus Katniss Everdeen.
Versus.
Oh, Geralt. I'm gonna give it to Geralt.
Yeah.
I don't
Geralt.
know who the other guy
Katniss
is.
is-
Oh wait, Katniss versus Geralt. Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Geralt.
Ooh.
Katniss
No.
is Wily. Katniss is Wily for sure.
I'm not a Lord of the Rings person, so I have not. I don't know. Yeah, you heard me.
Did you just say?
Geralt over.
Geralt over Katniss from
All right. I went Geralt too.
Everdeen. Sure, fine.
Wolverine versus Miles Morales.
This
Oh,
is
sorry,
bullshit.
kid.
Don't you ever.
Sorry, kid.
Shank.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wait, which Wolverine? Oh, come on.
James Howlett.
We start this, Sean, and then it's not even okay. Wait.
All right. Peter Parker Spider-Man versus Al Simmons.
Peter Parker.
Parker.
Hell yeah.
I feel
Spider-Man.
stupid. Who's L. Simmons?
Spawn.
Oh,
Spider-Man versus Spawn?
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Ooh,
That'd be a good fight, though.
that would
Spider-Man.
be a good fight.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
a fight.
fuck.
Spawn.
I feel like Spawn would be on top of the fight for like 98% of
They're
it,
in the top, like ultimate beams. That's
and
really
then
hard to kill.
Peter Parker would pull it off at the end just out of
He would.
sheer force of will.
I agree.
Yeah.
The goodness in Peter Parker's heart would allow him
To win over
to
Spawn.
win the fight. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Peter Parker it is. I was going to say Spawn, to be honest, but
And you know what? You know how that would end is that eventually he would win over Spawn, and Spawn would allow him to be killed, allow himself to be taken out by Peter Parker.
okay.
Yeah.
Last one for literature for now. Harry Potter versus Eggsy from the Kingsman.
Potter versus Eggsy.
Harry Potter.
Actually,
Harry Potter.
I don't know if you realize this, but that's actually a really good pairing.
Okay. Because they're both British.
Not because they're both British, but because they're both kids that have been put into a world that they did not previously know about, even though they had familial connections to it.
Cool.
And they are, despite the fact that they do well in those worlds, the main reason why they do well in those worlds is because of the people around them that introduce them, not because of their innate skill set.
Damn. Dude. Quick analogy right there. Good on you.
Right? Shit, I gotta see. I love Harry Potter. I love the Harry Potter universe. But if we're talking single characters, Harry's kind of shite without his friends. Like, the main reason why he survives most things is because he has friends with more smarts and more grit than he does.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give the edge to but the magic's a
And magic is a thing.
Magic is a thing.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to put more pressure on you, Chemix. I'm going to say Eggsy.
Axio chainsaw and just like fuck.
I'm going to go Eggsy just to give you more pressure.
I'm gonna give it to Harry. I'm gonna give it to Harry.
Me
Harry
too.
Potter.
Harry Potter.
All right, Harry Potter. All right, and now for the last one, which is characters introduced in movies.
Okay, movies now.
All
Got
right,
it.
we got Celine from the Underworld series versus Frank Martin from the Transporter.
I'm gonna give it to Celine.
Celine, she's a vampire.
Celine, okay.
Period.
RoboCop versus Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That
Obi-Wan.
is also an interesting matchup, but I'm gonna have
No,
to. I'm gonna
not
have to give
really.
it to Obi-Wan. Yeah,
The
Obi-Wan.
No, I'm
Force
saying-
is a thing.
the Force is a thing, but he'd have to completely rely on physical use of the Force, not mental use of the Force.
It's
which
not
for
hard.
most-
It wouldn't be
Just
hard.
saying. Just
He's a
scoots
master.
him aside, like
That's
just
true.
scoots him aside.
You know, I was going to say RoboCop, but I'll leave it there. All right, we talked about it earlier.
Obi-Wan
Actually,
is a Jedi Master.
we
Obi-Wan
talked
is a
about
Jedi
both of these
Master.
characters very briefly before. We got John Wick versus John Rambo.
John Wick versus John Rambo.
I'm gonna give it to Wick.
John
I'm gonna
Wick
give Wick-
because of the skill. I'm not saying John Rambo isn't skilled enough to handle him.
No,
And
John Wick's sure willpower.
John Wick's sure willpower.
You know what?
It would be a knockdown, drag out fight for sure.
You know what? I'll say
it'd be
this:
a fight.
Wick's gonna move on, but I would say Rambo would win, and I hate to say why, but it's because of his PTSD. I feel like he would have a flashback moment, and
In the middle of the fight?
yeah,
I thought you were gonna say because it would be because of the Home Alone shenanigans of the last movie.
Pure assassin.
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
true.
The Man with No Name, which was Clint Eastwood's cowboy character,
Got it.
versus Kiddo Beatrix.
Ooh.
Kill Bill.
Beatrix Kiddo. Beatrix Kiddo versus, what's his face from?
I thought it was Kiddo
Yeah, you have
Beatrix.
this. No,
I
it's the other way around.
I have it the other way
Beatrix
around. Okay.
It's,
Beatrix Kiddo versus the Man
Kill
with
Bill.
No Name. Yeah, Kill Bill.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm going to say Beatrix Kiddo.
Beatrix.
Beatrix Kiddo.
versus who?
The Man
the
with
Man
No
with No
Name.
Name.
Clint Eastwood.
All things being equal,
yeah.
yeah, I guess I have to give the edge to Beatrix, but I would actually like to see that fight. Man with No Name would give her a run for her money for sure.
All right. El Mariachi from the Desperado series versus Ash Williams.
That's a fight.
That is a fight.
That's a great fight.
You know what? Just because of what he carries on him most often, I'm going to go El Mariachi.
He carries more guns.
He does. I feel like he has a zoning advantage for sure.
And Ash wouldn't use a Necronomicon for a fight.
No, he shouldn't. That'd be bad.
El Mariachi
I mean, he
it
can't
is.
remember the words to use it anyway, so.
That's true.
All right. Indiana Jones versus John McClane.
Huh. That's also a good fight, I feel like.
I'll give this one to Indy.
I feel like I'm going to give this one to Indy as well.
Why am
They're
I...
bo-
Okay. On the tip of my tongue, I forgot who John McClane is.
Die
Indiana
Hard.
Jones.
Die Hard.
Oh, Die Hard. Bruce Willis, Die Hard. He's John McClane. Ooh, that's pretty close with him and Indiana
Apparently-
Jones.
Indiana Jones. is
Indiana
the-
Jones, my bad.
No. Indiana
You heard me. I fucked up. Yeah.
No, not you, but the text. You wrote it down as it.
Indian
Oh.
Jones.
Indian Jones. You wrote that down.
Yeah, by
So
accident.
I
forgot
didn't
to
say
do
it wrong. Okay.
No, you said it right. Okay.
Okay.
I
Sarah
didn't know
Connor.
Indiana Jones was in this fight.
Sarah Connor or Brian Mills from Taken.
Sarah
Brian
Connor
Mills.
or Brian Mills.
Yeah.
Is that Liam Neeson's character?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm thinking Brian from Tekken.
Oh.
Okay.
Brian Mills, because he has a certain set of skills. And Sarah Connor is just a weapons master that can kind of survive a lot. I would think that Brian Mills can find her, and when he does, he's going to kill her.
Damn, is he a Terminator? Holy shit.
He could be. You won't even know he's coming either.
He kind of is like a human Terminator.
He is pretty close.
But so that logic following through all the way, I gotta give it to Connor.
Sarah, because she survived so
She
many.
kills because she kills Terminators. That's her job.
How many Terminators has she killed?
If you watch the last one, she
One
kills
that I
everyone.
know of. Does she kill all of them?
She's killed a lot of them, yeah. She hunts
I haven't
them.
seen the recent one.
Yeah, no, she hunts them.
I will say that the recent one actually is not bad. It's the best Terminator movie we've had in a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I agree with that statement, and I agree with your choice, Sarah Connor. All right, last one for movies. Buffy Summers versus Rocky Balboa.
Buffy Summers versus Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa. The peanut gallery has spoken.
Okay, so the Peanut Gallery likes Rocky Balboa. Buffy
I know-
punches really hard, though.
I know
Yeah.
I know that this fight is the characters, and I know
Buffy
that it's
Summers has supernatural powers.
I know
God,
that it's
she does.
Buffy versus Rocky, but I can't help in my brain just see Sarah Michelle Gellar versus Rocky Balboa, and that to me cracks me
Buffy
up.
Summers versus Rocky Balboa.
That's Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
But it's a fist-to-fist fight.
Fist to fist fight.
Versus a professional fighter versus someone who just knows how to
She
fight.
she has a stake.
Yes.
She can stab him.
She's just
Yeah, she's been trained by Watchers, too,
But
so I'm going to
she's-
go with Buffy.
She can fight vampires.
I'm gonna
Bare
have to give it to Buffy.
Buffy it is. We got 2 for Buffy.
it's fighting a human who knows how to fight is completely different from a vampire with weaknesses,
Mm,
and she doesn't have a stake.
she can stake the vampires, and she is skilled at it.
And
But,
Rocky didn't hear no bell ring.
yeah, okay, yeah.
All right.
See, that's closer than I thought.
Does
All right.
Rocky have iced tea? Does he have
Does Rocky
iced
have
tea?
iced tea, like the Lipton iced tea?
The Brisk IT. I just rewatched that commercial. Yeah. Okay. I think we got time for one more.
Rocky? Yeah.
Say Rocky.
Wait, you said Buffy? I'm saying Rocky, and the both of you said Buffy.
Yeah.
So I got outvoted. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
All right. Let's finish up with the last with the bracket for video games for the next one.
Okay.
All right. It gets a little bit more difficult, guys.
Democracy.
So we got
Not
Link
really.
versus Kratos.
Link versus Kratos. Kratos would beat his ass raw. Yeah.
I gotta go Link. You know?
Really? You're going to go Link? Okay.
Well, because I also see that he's got like generational
I
experience as well.
I feel like
So look at
I kind of have to give the edge. I kind of have to give the edge to Link on this one.
okay.
My reasoning being Kratos is clearly the better fighter. He's clearly more savage. He kills gods like we mentioned. But Link's whole thing is preventing, despite
Catastrophe.
all odds, catastrophe.
All right.
Okay, so Link wins out on that. All right.
Alucard
Cool. I got about it out.
versus Dante.
Oh, the tri-
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
That's actually a really good matchup.
That's a fight.
That's a fight right there, dude.
Alucard versus Dante. Ooh, that's a fight. That's. Ooh, where's a coin? I'm gonna flip that.
I'm gonna go Alucard on
Can I
this
get the
one.
logic behind Link leaning over Kratos?
Hmm.
What's the logic? in
What's the
Link-
logic behind Link versus Kratos?
Yeah.
I got outvoted.
Well, what was their logic?
What was their logic? That Link just seems to be able to come out in the end.
He negates catastrophe.
It will negate catastrophe 100% of the time. Besides Kratos being able to powerbomb a small Irishman and gods over and over again. I don't know. I don't know either. Okay. It's fine. Alucard versus Dante. I want to flip a coin on that because that's.
Well,
too
wait a minute.
close.
Before you do that, we need to hear what Chemix is. Then are you?
Oh,
What do you-
okay.
what do you, Sean? Don't go two-face on us. What do you
Okay.
feel in your heart? In your heart of hearts.
The greatest demon slayer versus
The son of Dracula.
the son of Dracula, who has been killing demons and vampires for an incredibly long time, and both of them have a really
Two people
long
just
life
at the top of their
expectancy.
game.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
at the top of their game. They're SS tier.
Alucard.
SS tier at what they do. The one in the peanut gallery says Alucard. I'm gonna say Dante.
All right.
But I mean, Alucard has magic, but Dante's got guns.
I don't know enough about Dante to make a.
Oh God!
Chemix, it's up to you, man.
I say Dante.
Dante would actually Dante versus Alucard would be a very close fight.
I definitely feel like an equal argument could be made for either.
Dante.
So if it's up to me, I'm going to go with Alucard.
Alucard.
Cheap character.
Ah, okay.
No qualms with Dante, but I'm going to give the slight edge to Alucard.
Leon S. Kennedy versus Cloud.
Leon S. Kennedy versus Cloud. Ooh, I'm gonna say Cloud.
I'm going to also say Cloud on this
I'm
one.
sorry.
Sorry,
He
Leon.
put up a fight, but he's not gonna win that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
He's John Wick of video games, though. You know, like
He is John Wick of video games, but Cloud is Cloud.
All right.
Okay.
CJ versus Sonic.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit, and I can't believe you put it CJ versus Sonic. Sonic's gonna take that.
Sonic's
Stop
going to take it.
Yeah.
For the same reason that Sonic took out Lara Croft. You can't shoot him.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
All right, guys, we're just about at the end point.
Look what happened to
I'd like to think that we got really far on this. I'm really happy
Yeah.
with the direction that we've gone.
I'm curious to see how this
How this wins?
how this plays out with somebody else making deciding decisions.
Well, Chris will be on next week for this to help us out.
Yes. It's Chris will be joining us. So
I wait with bated breath.
Yes. So thanks for listening, everybody. Chemix, thank you so much for jumping on and helping us out with this. Really appreciate
For
it.
sure.
Thank you very much, Chemix.
Have a lot of fun with you on the show, and we hope to have you on more often.
It's
Fingers
nice
crossed.
to argue about something that definitely does not matter at all. It's really nice. There are zero stakes actually at this, and that feels good.
Unless you get the omelet in here. Unless you get the omelet in here, in which case it gets really political.
I mean, we're really really fortunate that the omelet is not a contender, because this wouldn't even be a competition.
The omelet
and
and the ocean.
Finished it. I just finished it, so yeah.
So it's another development. Sean Vanner apparently is the winner
Because I finished the omelet.
because you finished the omelet and nobody else
Right.
can take out the omelet. So I mean, I think our work is done here.
Alrighty, so ladies and gentlemen, join us next week for the thrilling conclusion of the Protagonist Wars. The arcade is officially closed. Have a nice day.